And we are live. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us at this quiz today. This is actually the sixth time we are doing this. We are usually meeting each other in Paris for the MEM Summit, but every now and then we're actually doing this virtually as well as today. I would like to ask everyone to please either use your phone to scan the QR code, which should be visible to everyone right now, to join the game, or just use a web browser as Edge, of course, to an applied pin to join the game as well. I do recommend that you use your real email address, because that is how we will actually reach out to you if you win a prize. So definitely don't use any made-up email addresses. And with that, I would like to start off by what, I guess. You definitely should. No, okay, yeah, okay, so it's all good now. Good. So let's go over the rules here. By our awesome contributors and partners. And the topic will be all things on modern endpoint management. Of course, contributors and partners are welcome to play with us, but you will not be allowed to compete for prizes for obvious reasons, right? Usernames will be randomized, but please provide your real email address to make sure we can actually reach out to you should you win a prize, right? Because that's how we will communicate with you after the quiz. There will be a total of 20 to 30 seconds per question to allow you to kind of read it and read the question by yourself, because I will not read it out loud due to the latency on the stream versus the game. So that's the reason I won't read the questions out loud for you. Questions, partner questions doesn't affect the final score. So that's something to remember as well. Badges, cool credit badges will be provided for our top 10 winners. Top 3 will actually receive the Microsoft Intune cookbook from Andrew Taylor. So huge thank you to Andrew for providing this to us, and some really cool swag from Patch My PC as well. So again, huge thank you to Patch My PC, Microsoft, and Andrew Taylor for making this possible and for providing these excellent prizes, of course. I will give you all one more minute before we kick things off here. Yeah, please join the game by scanning the QR code with your mobile device, or just provide a pin into a web browser as well. So I will actually remove the QR code down here, but because you can see the same code at the the screen right now. So just giving a couple of more seconds to allow everyone to join, because we have quite a few players coming in here. And then we will kick things off. Okay, so people still joining. That's what we like to see, right? So we'll allow a couple of more seconds here to allow everyone to join. And part of the fun here is actually for me mispronouncing your nicknames live on stream, because your nicknames are actually or most likely being randomized based upon your language, right? Your local language. So there will be some mispronunciations for sure coming up here in a short while. But that's part of the game, I guess. Polite snail, kind finch, kind finch, maybe. Yeah, you never know. Glad panda, that's a Swedish one, I guess. We are still getting a lot of new players coming in here, so we'll give 30 more seconds and then we'll have to start. It is possible, please keep in mind that it is actually possible to join mid game as well, but after we have started, but you won't be able to gain any points on the questions that you missed. So it's a good practice here to actually join from the beginning if you're aiming for those cool top 10 prizes. So, and that being said, if you're actually disconnected for some reason from the game, feel free to rejoin at any time. And a good thing to know is actually that time is actually of the essence here, because when you read a question, you will get more score the faster you are to get the correct answer, right? So we need to be quick about things as well. So now it seems like we aren't getting too many new players. So I will actually start the game. And best of luck to everyone. And keep in mind that if you're disconnected for some reason, it's possible to join again. So let's go. Oh wow, you're like really quick. It takes a while to even read. It's pretty long as well for this question, but I guess you know your global or your Entra admin roles pretty well. But which one is it for Windows Labs? Okay, nice, everyone. It is the Cloud Device Administrator. The global reader actually gives you some rights to view some properties, but you can't actually use it to read the actual password, right? So you're basically allowed to see, okay, so everything is configured this way and so on, but you can't actually read the password itself by being a global reader. And the other two options doesn't apply at all, actually. So good job. And thank you, Gannon Novak, for this good question. Let's see. Okay. Schenken Penguin, good job on getting the first and fastest correct answer. So, oh, nice. Some Copilot questions coming up. Yeah, so this is a pretty hard one. If you don't actually know it, and you're guessing, I would definitely guess the same way you did. I would probably say a Copilot for security and Intune, but it's actually Copilot in Intune. It's a new thing. It's found within the Intune admin portal. It is, however, licensed the same way as a Copilot for security, and then requires no other Intune specific licenses. And thank you to Lavanya over at Microsoft for this really good question. And if you haven't checked it out yet within the Intune portal, definitely do. Legend Rhino, good job, and Rockstar Giraffe, and Wonder Egret as well for top 3. Good one. So it's a true or false. It's a it's a nerd question coming up here from our good friend Matthias or Matthias. Yeah, so the OMI, OMA DM client, it does add more than one provider. It's stuff for like power settings and whatnot. And I know that Rudy, who's on the call, he knows a thing or two about this one. Matthias does as well. Matthias did actually hint or mention an upcoming blog post that he wants us to keep an eye out for. So definitely, I know personally, I'm really waiting and looking forward to that blog post to learn more about this topic. But this question is true, and thank you, Matthias, for this good question. So top 3: Legend Rhino, Helpful Finch, and Flying Crab. Good work. So here's a question from Sune. Oh yeah. How many remediation script packages can you have at the same time within Intune? And it's capped at 200. Please write in the chat. Have you ever reached the cap of 200? I'm really curious, actually. So use the chat to share some insights from yourselves on this topic, please. 200. And thank you again, Sune, or as in Danish, Sune. Legend Rhino, Polite Snail, and Creative Jaguar for top 3. And as you can see, everyone here, the top 5 is really close. So really good job on everyone. We have a close game so far. So let's move over to question 5. And this is a sponsored question from Patch My PC. Okay. So, Rudy, it's
Hi, Nicklas.
we know a thing or two about Patch My PC, don't we? But what is
Yes, we do.
cool cloud native feature that everyone is talking about?
Yeah, because Patch My PC has a new feature called Intune Apps for Patch My PC, as you see on the quiz. And that one is totally cloud native. This means that it can manage updates on all of your apps, on all of your Entra and Intune enrolled devices without the need for on-premises service. And that's something I think is cool. So yes, is the correct answer.
Truly
Still,
cloud, right?
yeah. That's what we love to see.
cloud. Yeah, that's really great. That's something I know my customers have been looking forward to as well. So
Yeah, everyone
really
is.
nice to see it getting here. Thank you so much, Rudy, and thank you again to Patch My PC. And as mentioned before, there is no. This doesn't affect the score of the game. So let's move over to question number 6, and this is a multi-select maybe. So it could be more than one correct answer. So please keep that in mind. Don't miss out. This could be a multi-select answer. Yeah, good job, everyone. The correct answers are actually which platforms does EPM support? And it does support Windows 365 and Windows 11. So good work, everyone. The score here looks fine. And thank you, Jürgen Nilsson, for this good question as well. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we have a new top 3 here. Legend Rhino is kicking things strong here, but Vlotte SL and Rapid Ostrich is new to the top 3 here. So good job, everyone. But as you can see, it's still a really close game going on here. Oh, so this is what I think you all are looking like right now with this really hard question, right? So what's the correct spelling of Microsoft? Microsoft's cloud-based endpoint management solution, once and for all. It's Intune. Yeah, I know, right? So, and I'm sorry for laughing. I knew some people would actually write Intune with a capital T, but yeah, this is why I thought this would be what we would look like while answering this question. But it is Intune with a capital I only. So let's see. Creative Jaguar and Stralende Liard. Welcome to top 3. And Legend Rhino still going strong here. So we better bring Legend Rhino down here, guys. We need to give him a match or her a match for top 1. So let's go. Question number 8. Compliance. The main purpose or primary purpose. Oh, wow. Good job on it, everyone. Ensure devices meet security and configuration requirements. And that's really, really important, right? We can't just create policies and not measure, the running state. So using the device compliance makes a lot of sense in making sure that, there is no configuration drift and whatnot. So thank you, Janik, for this good question. So it's kind of up 6 places by the Rockstar Dog, for the highest climber. So that's really good work. So question number 9. So we will bring, it's a Patch My PC question as well. So how long does it take to set up Intune apps for Patch My PC? Rudy. And before you answer it and add some context to this question, why am I calling you out on all of these patch my PC questions? Do you have any cool and nice info to share for us?
Yeah, apparently the last 3 weeks or 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I switched my job and I started working for Patch My PC. So I'm the official one from Patch My PC that is going to answer the questions right here. So yeah. Oh yeah. To add the guy of the one that is going to answer the last questions, and he was on the number 2 place. The how do you pronounce it? The Stralende Leiaard? That's the correct name you are trying to pronounce. It's a Dutch guy, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I'm not going to echo that. I believe.
no,
No.
but
Maybe in Paris at some point, Rudy, but not today.
but to get back to the real answer, of course, it's less than 5 minutes, because once you have signed in with your username and password, the only thing you need to do is entering some company details. You go to an app registration and you're done. It's literally a couple of minutes, and you're good to go to start deploying apps to Intune and keeping them up to date. So that's, in my opinion, very fast. So within 5 minutes, I thought it was amazing when I saw it the first time.
Exactly. Yeah. So have never been easier, right? So again, Patch My PC, thank you so much. And thank you, Rudy. Legend Rhino, still kicking it at the top. That's a good one. Creative Jaguar, going strong as well. So question number 10 coming up from Mr. Florian. So can you enter join a Mac OS device? And we can, and you already know about it, as it's seen, as you can see here. We can do this with, achieve this with Platform SSO. Before this, it was just the workplace join, as in Entra ID registered. But we can actually achieve this now with the Platform SSO. So definitely go, if you are managing Mac or looking at Intune to doing so, definitely go ahead and check it out. There's a lot, and I really mean it, a lot of good content on this topic shared within our group at LinkedIn. So definitely check it out. And thank you, Florian, for this good question. So let's have a look. Okay. Oh, nice. So we have a good change here on top 5. Good work, everyone. And we are still giving top 1 a run for his money, aren't we? So the next question coming up here. Remediations within Intune and licensing. We all love some licensing questions, don't we? Yeah. So we do actually need either an E license as an enterprise or an F license to run remediations. Business premium doesn't include it. So yeah, that's it. And thank you, Gannon, for this good question. So let's move ahead to question number 12. What is the recommended way to send custom data to Log Analytics? And now I am reading the question out loud, even though I wasn't supposed to. Log analytics. So use the chat, everyone. Are you using log analytics today within your work? And if so, what do you use it for? Please go ahead and share it in the group. Okay, so the log ingestion API is a new API. This is the correct answer. Damian is sharing a lot of content on this topic, and he's sharing it within our group that was LinkedIn, so that's really nice to see. And the data, I hope I get this right, the data collector API is actually being deprecated and will stop working. I don't quote me on this, but I believe it's sometime 2026 actually. So there's still some time left to actually move over to the log ingestion API. But if you haven't already, please do so. I really recommend it. It's easy as well, so that doesn't hurt, right? Yeah, Damien, thank you for this good question. So top 5, we have Legend Rhino still going strong. The Gentle Hamster and Stralende Liard on top 3 here. So good work. Moving on, question 13. Yep. So the MEM Summit, when was the first run here? What year? And also, if you haven't been to the MEM Summit yet, I really recommend it. You will meet a lot of like-minded professionals to share knowledge and attend some really good sessions as well. So in 2022 was the first one, and it was actually a virtual event. But nowadays we are doing it in live in Paris. So yeah, definitely check it out for the next time. And yeah, Peter, thank you for this good question. $14. So this could be a multi-select, or it's not a multi-select. Could be, so keep that in mind, please. So operating systems and Windows 365. So we can actually run Windows 10 and Windows 11. So yeah, that's it, I guess, for this question. There is no support for Linux as for now, and obviously Windows 10 has a deadline coming up here, so soon enough it should only be Windows 11, I guess. And thank you, Sune, for this good question. So top 5, we have the Legend Rhino still at the top 1 here. We have the Fuzzy Kitten and Kind Finch on the top 3. So it's a good work. Number 15. Can you configure SSO for your MS Work account in Google Chrome on Mac OS? Yeah, so with the Microsoft SSO extension for Google Chrome, we can accomplish this. So thank you, Florian, again, for this good question. 16. Oh, this is a hard one. I know Tom was laughing when he created this question, because I know I was laughing when I read it. Yeah, if you know, you know, I guess. So which one will not redirect within MS Intune? And it's MS Intunes, and it's really hard because if you check the yellow one, Intunes HD, it's actually Intune SHD. That's how you should write that one, right? /IN will take you to the Intune portal. Endpoint, the same. Intune SHD will take you to the tenant admin blade, and MS Intunes will take you nowhere, I believe. So that's the correct answer here, blue. And thank you, Tom, for this question. It's definitely a hard one. Okay, so Kind Finch and Gentle Hamster, welcome to top 3. 17. Multi-select, keep that in mind, please. This question could have multiple correct answers, so keep that in mind. Okay, so select the official Windows 365 features and or products, and then the correct answers are boot, frontline, and switch. I don't think premium is a thing. So yeah, and these are some really good additions, if you ask me, at least to the Windows 365 experience. Boot allows you to kind of boot into Windows 365 seamlessly. Switch is really nice, kind of from a end user perspective, at least. It's kind of the experience is basically you switch your desktop by what's it called, a window pane, I think it's called, and then you will jump directly to Windows 365, and the front line is basically shared devices here for Windows 365 as well. So yeah, boot, frontline, and switch are the correct answers. And thank you, Nicklas, for this good question. And for the scoreboard, Legend, okay, and Fuzzy Kitten not too far behind, and Gekke Bidelrat on top 3 here as well, and Kind Finch and Gentle Hamster going strong on 4th and 5th place. So good job. So number 18 coming up. And it's a question from our friend Rudy, Mr. MDM.
And now I need to explain the answer, of course.
Yep.
But first off, the blog post you mentioned from Matthias. Shall I share a little secret?
Please.
I've seen it, and it's going to be a huge, big blog post, and it's great. So
nice.
yeah, but
yeah.
it's.
Thank you for the cliffhanger, Rudy. And now I want to see it even more. But I guess there's a Swedish saying: if you wait for something good, you can't wait for too long. Maybe that's an international saying, but yeah, it definitely applies here.
But yeah, also to get back to the question, Windows Autopilot device preparation, does it require the hash? the hardware is, of course not, because that's one of the major improvements that were made with autopilot device preparation or autopilot version 2, but that's not the name you should call it. It no longer needs a hash because once you are signed into the device with your username and password, the auto profile comes down to your device. So not before the user sign in, but after the user signed in. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a really cool improvement. Improvement definitely. Thank you, Rudy.
You're
For this
welcome.
good question. 19. How do you uninstall the EPM agent? Uninstall EPM.
I also have a fifth option, but that's not on the list.
I figured. I knew you would say something, but yeah, you know.
That's not the official supported method.
Exactly. Yeah. So the official way would be to deploy a policy and just say disable, right? The same way you would enable it, you could actually disable it. So yeah, and what would be the fifth answer or option here?
Not going to share that one.
Yeah,
Not
okay,
yet.
you're
Not yet.
Wow. The clip
Because I need to uninstall it because I was testing some functionality in EPM and somehow it wasn't working, and that's where I come in, and yeah, I need to uninstall it for some minutes to let it reinstall again. So yeah,
right.
there is
Right.
fifth
Yeah.
option.
There is. Okay. So what are you doing with all of these cliffhangers, Rudy? Oh man. Yeah.
I
Okay.
have a lot of them.
Moving on. Thank you, Jörgen, for this good question on EPM and the official way to remove the agent, right? Okay, so let's have a look at the scoreboard. Legend Rhino still at the top, but oh wow, Fuzzy Kitten really getting close by her, and Kind Finch as well. And 3 players just hit the answer streak of 3, which is impressive as well. So yeah, going strong. Good job, guys. So question number 20. From our friend Mr. MDM.
I assume they paid attention on the previous question, so
You never know, Rudy.
you never know.
It's all about paying attention sometimes.
It is.
Yeah. They did. They kind of did, didn't they?
Well, that's still a good score, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Windows Autopilot device preparation, it is a lot of people at Microsoft internal did call it Autopilot version 2, but that's in the DLL files, and who looks at DLL files, right? So yeah, the proper name is Windows Autopilot device preparation.
That's a communicated name in all documentation and so on, right? Yeah.
The nice marketing team that come up with that name, I assume, because I think it's a good name.
Yeah. Cool. So again, this is a new feature. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely do so. And thank you, Mr. Rudy, again for this good question. So let's move ahead. Okay, so no difference to top 5 with this question. So question number 21 coming up here.
And now I'm wondering what Matthias answered for the correct answer.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Going to be fun.
So you're smiling, Rudy.
Yeah, I
What's
need
going
to
on here?
make a small note to that one, because you can call it a LinkedIn enrollment, because if you look at the registry, it's indeed a LinkedIn enrollment, but officially at Microsoft, they are also calling it a dual enrollment. So yeah, it's a tricky question, and I'm not sure if I should call it a LinkedIn enrollment or a dual enrollment myself. So, but if I need to pick one, it should be LinkedIn enrollment, because
Linked.
that's
Yeah,
what we see in the registry, and
yeah.
again, not what we see in the code, right? So yeah.
Yeah, and maybe there will be some more light being shined within the upcoming blog post that we have been speaking about, and really look forward to in regards to this topic. So again, Matthias or Matthias, thanks for a good question, and yeah, thanks for the added context here as well, Rudy, helping me out with these nerd questions. So let's
That's
see.
what I love to do, right? So
Yeah, that's why we love you, Rudy. Legend Rhino still at the top, but the Agent Falcon and Tropical Crane new to top 4 here. And up by 8 places, we have the Stellar Goat. And that's a really good climb, as it seems, because it's the highest climber so far of the quiz. So Stellar Goat, a special shout out to you, my friend. And moving on to number 22. Copilot for security. What do we need to purchase to be able to run it? Okay, so to use Copilot for security, you need to purchase what? We need a security compute unit. Microsoft does recommend that we use free, but I have seen success in using just one for testing. But the recommended amount is actually to have free, and then it allows us to kind of use Copilot and AI whenever needed, which is great. It's based upon consumption and active running hours and so on. So we'll pay for what we use basically. And thank you, Leo, from Microsoft, for this really good question. And let's see. Kind Finch, welcome again to the top 5 here. Let's move ahead to number 23. Again,
again, a question from Leo.
Copilot. It's the year of AI, isn't it?
So
Rudy?
it seems. So it seems.
Yeah, it's Mac OS and the
And
AI.
macOS, yeah.
So let's see here. What do we have within the Intune support for troubleshoot? Oh wow, that's really good job, everyone. Full
It's
device
a good score.
context visibility, good score on this kind of new feature that we have. And it's really cool because it will actually gather instead of us in the old way we were actually drilling through report after report, checking stuff and logs and whatnot, but by using Copilot we can actually get the full device context visibility, which will kind of compile data from all of these different sources, but also to give us the more like a single pane of glass kind of experience in terms of troubleshooting. So definitely worth checking out. I mean, the I could talk for a while about this one because I really like it. It will also give us some guidance in terms of what to do next as a next step within our troubleshooting, which is really nice. It will analyze all of that data and give us kind of a feedback on and guidance on the next steps needed. So yeah, definitely some value right there. And Lior, again, thank you so much for this good question. So moving on, we have a wrestle game here for the top three. So good job there, Kind Finch, on climbing another step. So question number 24 coming up here. Again on the Copilot.
It's indeed Copilot all the way.
Yeah.
And from Lavanya this time.
Lavanya. A bit closer for the score this time around, but policy summarizer for existing devices is in public preview, and it will actually kind of summarize each report for us to give our give us knowledge and insights in the impact of the policy, what does it do, and who or what has it been assigned to, and yeah. I mean, it's valuable, especially if you're looking into an already existing Intune environment that you haven't set up yourself, and you need to learn something real quick. Then definitely the policy summarizer is valuable. That's just one use case, of course. So Lavanya from Microsoft, thanks a lot for this really good question. So Rockstar Bix just hit answer streak of 4, so that's impressive. Legend Rhino is going strong on top 1. So let's see here what we can do with the last question here of the day. So which groups should you choose for platform SSO for Mac OS?
The Mac question.
Mac question, Copilot and Mac, and some device preparation in between as well.
That's how it should be.
How it should be, isn't it? It's a good old quiz, Rudy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what we have here, we need to assign this to the user. Do you know why, Rudy? Because I don't actually.
Me neither. I'm not really a Mac guy. I should
neither, but
pay a lot
let's
more
see.
attention to it.
Let's see. We will ask Somesh to add some context to this question with our group, right? So why do we need to apply or assign platform SSO for Mac against the user and not device group? And again, Somesh, thank you so much for this question. This good question. So let's see. This was the last one for today. Let's click next here, and we will have our top 3 podium. Do I dare to guess who's on top?
I think we all know.
I think we have
a first place.
A strong one. Oh, 18. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Look, it's really close.
I wasn't expecting that.
So look at this. 18. So first place, Legend Rhino, 18 out of 25. Fuzzy
That's a good
Kitten,
score.
second place. It's really good. 18 out of 25 as well. So this is where we see how important it is to be quick to find the correct answer, right? And even third place, 17. So it's just one one question in difference here. So yeah, really, really impressive. So it's dinner time for most of us today, so I won't keep you for too long here. But definitely, Rudy, thank you for attending. Thank you
Yeah,
to.
and you for hosting with your amazing jacket.
Yeah, I mean, I need to dress up in this suit whenever I get the chance to, right? It's not like your everyday suit. They would
You
probably.
should send me a copy of that one so I can also wear it the next time.
You mean? I mean, if you ask for it, Rudy, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Don't you worry, it's gonna happen, Rudy. We
That's
will make it
nice.
happen. So for next time,
Okay.
guys,
Oh no.
there will be two
Okay.
suits. Uh, really good job, everyone. It's impressive. I mean, some of these questions are like really hard, new stuff and whatnot. So impressive job here. I look forward to reading the chat as well for your experience with the questions we raised as well. Thank you to Patch My PC and Microsoft, and of course to Mr. Andrew Taylor for contributing with those free books into Microsoft Intune Cookbook, which will be sent to Legend Rhino, Fuzzy Kitten, and Kind Finch. They are actually physical books, so it's you can actually grab onto it and read it at the beach this summer. And with
That
that,
sounds like a good idea.
yes, maybe a mem beer as well. Doesn't hurt,
Oh yeah.
right?
No, that doesn't hurt at all.
And I know you're a fan of those as well, Rudy. And who's
Nope.
not a fan, right?
Yeah.
Mem beer never hurts. So with that, again, thank you so much, and have a good and great summer, and hear from you soon.